It's afternoon time, but I'm an old man. I'm like most old men. Still drinking my coffee. But as you can see, like promised from San Diego studios, noon Pacific time. Live roster was going to be updated, as well as the new content was going to be placed in the game. As soon as I shut down my game and reloaded it, successfully applied latest live roster. There's also mean the new Player of the Month awards or packs going to be live, as well as whatever new moments was placed in. So that means we'll be able to redeem those tops, you know, tops reward tickets that we earned by completing some of the moments. A lot of them which I haven't done. I kind of was waiting until the packs release, but we're gonna get into that. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go take a look and see what happened with the rosters, who went up, who went down, because everybody's interested in that. Did a lot of people did try to make stubs off these players. You've seen some players really jump in their price in the market because people were trying to stock up on who they believe were going to go up in levels. As you've seen, Bellinger price already went diamond, even though you know he's not a diamond yet. So people were really anticipating that. I believe last night when I got off the game, Cody Bellinger was like at about 12,000 stubs. Might have been higher. I can't really remember. But I think it might have went as high as 14 at one point. But he was up there, and you've seen a lot of other players. Mancini was already about 450 stubs as a bronze, and people anticipating him going silver. And being on the Orioles where there's not really a gold player, uh, those silvers on that team are really going for just about gold prices. So let's get a look in at these roster updates and see what happened. Cody Bellinger does go diamond. He's now at 85 overall, plus 5 to powers versus lefties, and plus 7 to his vision. So a little bit more to make his bat as dangerous as it was already. So you'll definitely be seeing that applied. Um, that's definitely something you know to be thinking about. Look at the season stats: 113 at bats, got 14 home runs, 32 runs, 38 RBIs, and 6 steals. Which you see his speed is up at 78. I don't really too much remember using Bellinger to steal, but that's definitely an option. Even though it's still in his at 40, you could pull off some steals. Look, the on base is 903. We're on 16 strikeouts, so definitely he earned that diamond rating. Let's look and see what else. Aaron Nola drops down the goal, which is good for those people looking to complete that Philly set. With him dropping down the goal, that price is definitely coming down. Give it about a week or two. You probably can get them for about maybe like 2,000 stubs. So not. Matt Chapman does not go diamond. He stays gold, but he does get a plus one, so he goes from 83 to 84. That's plus 4 in contact versus righties and plus 3 in power versus lefties. Marcell Ozuna does go up, not quite to a diamond. He's one of those players people been looking at. But he goes up to 83. Lost 3 in contact versus lefties, but he's plus 6 in power versus righties. And plus 2 in power versus lefties with a plus 6 in discipline. So, that. Eddie Rosario goes up 1 to gold. Springer goes up. I'm sorry. Rosario goes plus 1 to 82. He was already at gold, so he goes from 81 to 82. George Springer going up 1 to 82. Kirby Yates going up to 82. Look at that. Hits per 9 going up plus 3. Home runs per 9 going plus 6. And his clutch definitely going up plus 4. That's something that's, always a good thing to see. Let's see. Brad Hand plus 1 for the Indians. My team there, just like, any Cleveland team pretty much. But plus 2 in his hits per 9. And plus 2 in walks per 9. And plus 4 in his home runs per 9. So this is another clutch bullpen arm for people. A lefty at that. Sterling Marte goes down from 83 to 82. Hoskins does go gold. So he did get the plus 1. He got plus 8 in his contact versus lefty, so he does go gold. Reese Hopkins Hoskins. Ooh, I don't know why I always want to put a P in there for that S, but Rhys Hoskins does go gold. Segura goes gold as well for the Phillies. Goes from 79 to 80. And +2 in this contact versus righties and lefties. That gives him just what he needed to go up to gold. German Marquez goes gold as well. +7 in his hits per nine. +2 in walks per nine. That puts him up at the 80, which is good. And Ryu for the Dodgers goes from a 78 to 80 overall, putting them in the gold tier with +3 at Ks per nine and +7 in walks per nine. Gallo, he gets a slight increase. I mean, +11 in his contact versus righties. Still has that power. That vision is, which is crazy because people seem to get these great hits off of him, even though that vision is down. But I guess with that power, people just can't refuse to pass it up. So you're still going to see him when you're playing these events that you could use him as a batter, or you probably even see him in some of the ranked seasons, depending on if somebody wants to use him as a pinch hitter. I guess contact not that great, but that power people just can't seem to pass up on. Chad Green goes down from an 81 gold to 79 overall. So he went down in his hits per nine and Ks per nine. Relief pitcher, so you still have him out there. Even though he's down to a 79, still could be sufficient enough to come in, out of the bullpen for some players, depending on what your bullpen looks like. Goes up. Leclerc goes from gold to silver. -5 in his hits per nine, still sitting at 103. And -3 in his Ks per nine, which is still at 99. So he's still a decent, bullpen arm. But, the walks per nine and that control is always going to be a concern for you when you're using him. Marcus Semien. I don't really know how it was pronounced. I'm not an A's person, so I haven't really watched him too much. But he gets +8 in contact versus righties, +8 in his contact versus lefties, also +4 in vision and +3 in discipline. So he does go up. All right. Porcello going down to -4 in hits per nine and -5 in walks per nine. Billy Hamilton going down one. Now this is a card. I mean, basically, since the game has started, has been a little bit costly, and it's just because of the speed. That's it. I mean, he's really not a hitting threat, but people really try to use Billy Hamilton to lead off anybody with their speed. They try to get them on base because a lot of people try to use, the steel base cheese or with the bunt cheese. So, that's still out there. But because of his speed, I'm not really sure how that affects his price. So you probably still be looking to spend the same amount. Just with him going down from 78 to 77, people still be spending the same amount to get him. Jerry Dyson jumps up from 74 to 76, so he's now a silver with +7 in contact versus righties, +5 in power versus righties, and -2 in vision. So he did gain in the contact and power versus righties, but vision did drop down too. Byron Buxton, does go up from a bronze to a silver player with +10 in contact versus righties and +4 in his. Josh Bell does make it to the silver tier. Bat upgrade quite a bit. That's +4 in contact versus lefties, +6 in contact. +6 in power versus righties, +7 in power versus lefties. But he does lose 4 in vision, but he does make it up to a 76. Let's see who else. What else we got? Big changes. Domingo Germán does make it to silver. So that's +5 in hits per nine, +3 in walks per nine, and +5 in home runs per nine. So that's another new silver player that we do have. Luke Voigt, which was expected, does go silver from 74 to 76. You got +5 in contact versus lefties, +4 in contact versus righties, and +11 in plate discipline. Marcus Stroman of the Blue Jays moves up into silver, going from 74 to 76. There's +8 in hits per nine, +4 in his Ks per nine, but did lose 3 in his walks per nine, but he does make it up to the silver tier at 76. Jesse Winker moves up from bronze to silver with a +1 overall. His contact versus righties did go down, went down -7, but he did get a +10 in power versus righties. Lugo stays the same. He lost a lot on that. Stamina went down 20, but plus 3 in cage per 9, but he sticks at 75 still. Hector Neris goes from 73 to 75, going silver with plus 3 in hits per 9, plus 2 in Ks per 9, and plus 3 in his walks per 9. Sean Kelly still sitting at 75, only with a position change. Astudillo, the catch Astudillo does go from 73 to 75 overall, putting him in the silver tier. Plus 9 in contact versus righties, plus 6 in vision. Let's see what. Jackie Bradley going down -1. He lost a lot in contact and power versus righties. Also lost -5 in vision. Yoan Moncada does go up to a 75. Plus 3 in contact versus righties. Plus 2 in contact versus lefties. Plus 3 in power versus righties. And plus 5 in plate vision. You know, Moncada and, Tim Anderson are two players that, for the White Sox have been putting up some very good numbers. So everybody kind of anticipated Moncada going up, just like previously we anticipated Anderson going up, and he made it into the silver bracket. We got these are the new players. You got Grant Dayton of the Braves, Nick Senzel, second baseman for the Reds, Kelvin Gutierrez, third baseman for the Royals. So you just got some new players that's out there, which I said these new players, when they put in, it's something that happens, and their prices be ridiculous. People kind of go a little crazy, in that market. So might be something you might want to wait if you're looking to complete sets before going in and play it. Also, what's live is now in exchange. Well, I don't see it yet. There we go. The voucher exchange. So if you have completed Topps moments, you can exchange the vouchers for the Topps packs. So you will go in here. I don't know is it gonna let me go in there? Is it not live yet? There you go. Alright, so you exchange the vouchers, you get one Topps reward pack. I believe they said you can get at most 40 tickets, but so you can get as many packs in that month. So you use them here. We'll go ahead and do an exchange for 8 of them right now, and I get that pack, and then I open it. I open it when I finish up. So I'm gonna exchange that, and I'm gonna get that pack right here. We got the monthly awards, which they did go over in the stream yesterday, and a lot of people dropped videos yesterday covering that. So I'm not gonna go into all of that. But new moments, you get some stubs, and obviously some XP from completing each one. And at the end of it, once you complete everything in that tier, you're going to get 2,500 XP, 1,000 stubs, but as well, you're going to get a monthly awards pack. Now, whatever you pull from that pack, you cannot sell it. So it's not sellable. It's something that you have to keep in your inventory. That's the way it goes. So we do have more Topps now moments in the game. Yep. So we have new Topps moments, so you can earn for these vouchers. Some of them might be grindy. This is just one extra base hit with Guerrero, which is another card that Guerrero gets his rookie card, and it's automatically a gold, and it's basically the cost of a diamond, which is ridiculous. So I hate the way some of that stuff rolls out sometimes. It's just corny to me. You get the new wild card pack for the Mexico series coming up. There's going to be between the Astros and I forget the other team that's going to be going. So you got 3 warm-up missions where you can get this rookie George Springer, which I guess maybe you could use them in the event. I don't know the rules of the event, so I had to go check that out. So here's the new event. The new event is the Mexico Series 2. It's going to be between the Astros, the Angels. So you can use Astros and Angels players and Commons players from any team. Max team overall can only be 75. They're 3 inning games. I mean, it's not really a grindy event because you only need 4 wins total to get the Kendrys Morales, which is, as I look at it, is a card that most people are not even going to use anyway. And but there's always if you can win 12 games in one entry, that you can get that diamond player. Unfortunately, I just not really been into the events this year. So this is the card you basically get, which is a diamond, hitting first baseman Kendrys Morales, no fielding. All right, so maybe somebody you could use, you know, off the bench to pinch hit, just to be doing it, especially like if you're grinding out like Angels, their affinity program, and you're trying to get innings with the players, use somebody you might want to use in one of those situations. But 89 contact versus righties, 82 contact versus lefties, 87 power versus righties, 51 power versus lefties. These switch hitters, so you could put them in there versus the righties or the lefties as well. So if you want to grind something like that, then fine. But nothing really great. That's why they're only asking for you to get 4 event wins. I did buy a pack. Oh, I did get my Twist Drop pack, which did not come yesterday. It actually came today. Let me see the odds on this. So the odds of this Twitch pack is, I want to say that's the same as just a regular standard pack, which kind of seems bullshit. I took time out of my day to go watch your stream based on the game that I purchased because I enjoy this game, but the advantage that I get is getting a standard pack with a different cover on it. Yeah, that's it. So, it's a regular, it's not even a show pack, okay? A show pack, diamond player chance is 1 in 50 odds. So this is, yeah, this is bullshit. But, that's what they get. It's not even any featured items in this pack. And of course, this is the Topps Moments packs where, there's some good players in there or whatever. Some of them I may use, some of them might not use. Actually, some of them I really just might use to flip, and make some more stubs, but that's about it. I'm not going to use Pete Alonso, great bat, but Chris Paddock, I'm not going to use him as one of my starters because I really don't like the walks per 9 and the home runs per 9. So, whatever. But even on that, the odds on this is 1 in 25. You're going to get one of those players. And, that's just ridiculous. All right, so there's a bat that I have 3 of. There's another bat that I have 3 of. Okay, common. Oh, that's a bronze and another bronze player. So none of which really are worth even any stuff. So that's what I get for making sure, I'm out of work at a decent time so that I can come and watch the stream. And that's the pack that I get. So the one redemption I have for the Topps now, let's see what I get here. And it is a gold player. And which gold player is it? All right. There it is. So I get Zach Eflin for the Phillies. I do love the animations though. Those, always murky and hilarious. So that's what I get right there. Zach Eflin, which right now his sale now is for a little under 3,000, which would net me about 26. Minus basically the 300, 200 or something stubs that the market will take away for the 10% tax. So there's that. So, be back to this. But for right now, that's going to be it for me, man. Catch y'all next time. Thanks for stopping by.